Well, what do we have here? Anyway, long cold winter still rolling along, but springtime projects are starting to get discovered, and this to most people may look like just some old hunk of junk, but Jeep guys will know what they're looking at when I show them some pictures of this. What am I looking at, Jeep guys? This is original paint. This is a 1995 Jeep YJ, very basic base model with no rust. None, nada, none, zip. Oh, I lied. There's one little rust bubble on the other side by the, where is it? At the front. There's a spot weld right here that all Jeeps have. And it's a little bit rusty bubbled there. But again, this looks like absolute garbage to most people, but to Jeep people, you can understand that. That's just dirt. That's sand and dirt. So you Jeep guys know what I'm looking at. Excuse me. This car was a tow behind for an RV. You can see the mount there. It's a four-cylinder 5-speed base box stock 1995, so it's 27 years old. And it was parked in a, so it's got 100,000 original kilometers, which is 60,000 miles. And where it was parked in its lot, it spent all of its, all these miles are from being towed. It's towing miles behind the RV. Anyway, it was in a lockup, a storage facility, and someone broke in and tried to steal this Jeep, so they smashed the steering column and stole a couple of things out of it and then just left it behind. And the owner decided to just get rid of it, and a scrapyard bought it when it was covered in snow, and the scrapyard figured, oh, it's just junk, they're going to start taking it apart. And they labeled fenders and stuff, and as they were labeling fenders, they realized, wait a minute, there's no rust on this. So I ended up buying it from them. It does start and run, even with no ignition. You can start a Jeep. This is the ignition switch is down here. This is just the keyed switch. It pushes on a little rod and starts the car. But at the moment, it won't go into gear. The transfer case seems good. There's a slight exhaust leak down there. But otherwise, it's really, really, really good shape. I've got just carpet and crap back here to throw back in, a new top, you know, get everything back to perfect. And I'm just going to restore it back to exactly how it came from the factory. So if anyone knows where to get some of these, let me go to the back, original Jeep wheels from early 90s. I believe they're 15s. They're steel. And this is the spare, never been off of here. What is it, 215/75? Yeah, 215/75. What are the new Jeeps? Like a 255, a 19 or a 20-inch? Anyway, those don't fit on these anyway. I wouldn't put them on this. I don't think the 4-cylinder could handle it. But yeah, I'm going to be restoring this back to its original shape. So again, as I'm showing you, there's no rust. Kind of a unicorn in that respect. It just doesn't happen. I'll show you that little rust. This little rust sit here, which isn't even through or anything, but there's a spot weld there, and they tend to rust right there. But yeah, nothing, fenders, whatever. You guys can see, well, if you have a Jeep, you know this doesn't survive. Hinges don't survive. You know, if you see no rust there, there's no rust anywhere. Anyway, I'll just be doing quick updates on this here and there. If anybody wants to see any more of this, I'll be doing it bit by bit. I've already ordered a new roof, roll bar padding, ordered carpet. I have found an original, because this original seat has cracking, and I want the original upholstery. I want this upholstery retained. This is the 1995 original. I know it's ugly as sin, but I'm keeping it. And I just found a back seat somebody had on Facebook Marketplace. Exact same pattern. So we'll be taking the fabric off of the back seat and having it upholstered to work on the bottom of this front seat that's got a crack and is cracked in between the panels there. But yeah, exactly back to brand new. Not going to put a crazy steering wheel on it, not going to put anything on it. So it's going to be exactly like it left the factory. And stay tuned and keep warm. It's still winter nasty out here. Thanks for watching.